Hey everyone, welcome back to Calculus with Jackie and Shadow. We're going to be talking more about limits today. Specifically, how do we describe a limit? So let's start out with this problem. So Jackie's going to fly along the x and the y axis in a graph that looks like this. And we have this graph that shows our position at all times, but not at x equals 4. It's undefined at x equals 4. So we know all of our positions and stuff except for at x equals 4. Now, what would we say the limit of j of x as x approaches 4? Well, if you can see, we go along this graph and we get closer and closer to 4, and it gets really close to 2. And of course, if at 4 it's undefined. And the other way as well, it gets really, really close to 2 from the other way as we get closer to 4. So we could say that the limit is 2. Now, how do we actually write this? We use limit notation, and limit looks like this. If you have a function f of x, you're going to write the limit. It's just write lim for short, and then x with an arrow pointing to a. So that's going to be, in words, you could say the limit of f of x as x approaches a. And in our case, we have j of x, and we're approaching 2, so the limit as x approaches 4, j of x approaches 2, or the limit of j of x as x approaches 4 is 2. So that's how you describe a limit. Now let's look at a different example of Jackie's flight. And it's this. A camera tracks Jackie in flight. Her position, her y position, e of x, is represented as a function of x in the table below. So we have a table now, and we have x and e of x. So we could think of it as e for eagle. But you have e of x, and the camera can't see Jackie at x equals 10. So she's flying along, but then goes behind a tree or something, or for some reason the camera can't see her at x equals 10. But after x equals 10, they see an unknown eagle flying away. So they see Jackie up to this point, and then they see an unknown eagle flying away after x equals 10, as x is greater than 10. And what we want to know is it possible that this could be Jackie, the eagle that's flying away after x equals 10? And if it is, what would her y position be at x equals 10? Well, let's think about this. So, Jackie is flying at x equals 9, 9.9, 9.99, getting really, really close to 7. But then, let's go from the other way. This other eagle is at 11, 10.1, 10.01, 10.001, and this other eagle is getting really close to 15. So we could say that no, this can't be Jackie. It's not possible because the other eagle had to have, there's like a disconnect. The other eagle would have had to have flown in from some higher point because its x position as it gets closer to, as it's really close to 10, it's way different than Jackie's position as she's really close to 10. And that is how you describe a limit. And one more thing is, if you have any kind of function, so it could be j of x or it could be a function f of x, any kind of function, the limit, it's not the actual value. So the actual value is undefined here, but the limit is just as you're getting really close to it, what value are you approaching? It's what you're approaching, not the actual value. So it could be undefined, it could be a jump, like it could be a totally different value with an open circle. But the limit, we're just talking about as you get closer and closer. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.